of coaches intermix inside this with the assistant coaches. But we are now in Hollywood, everybody. This is our last match of the day, so everybody get excited, get hype. Make sure you're chatting because we still do have that soldier to give away with directly after the match, and we are now in Goldshire Studios.
Last match of the day. I am certainly excited. Let's see what the defending team has to work with here. Aero is the team defending, attacking in the red is 2K. 2K's team.
Oh, look at this. The red team has already started to figure out how to play in events. You just start sitting over on all these heroes that you know that you're not going to play. It's a very, very common thing to do. The more competitive matches that you play, you start to try to troll the casters.
Yes,
Thank you guys.
Yes, the better the teams are, the trollier the comps are before the game starts. That is correct. I mean, you never know. This is a pretty good comp. You know, Junkrat, Torbjorn, whatever. But yeah, this is a pretty standard defensive comp.
Yeah, triple tank leaning into the known and trusted, tossing some soldier for spice and running the Anna's Lucio. Yeah, pretty standard what we've been seeing from Overwatch.
This is the triple tank. This is the classic, the good old triple tank comp with the Roadhog, Reinhardt, Zarya, all very strong, very good at defending these backline supports. And then, of course, the soldier is your main bulk of DPS, but Roadhog can get picks as well. And then the two supports, Anna for all that healing. The grenade lets you heal those tanks up very quickly. And of course, synergizes with the Lucio ultimate. This attacking team, though, very aggressive, very early on.
And very high dive comp. Look at this. We've got a Winston running alongside triple DPS. That is going to be a soldier, Tracer, and Genji. Finalized in with a Zenyatta and a Lucio.
Ooh, dive in very early on by Josh. He doesn't have enough support, unfortunately. He gets taken out very early on. These attackers have to get back. Let's see if they can manage to do it. They do. Daddy Soup, unfortunately, gets knocked by Wepif's Fire Strike. So Wepif up to 20% ultimate. Not the most tragic thing in the world, but you can see these defenders have a decent amount of ultimate advantage. 20% up on most of their ults.
And yeah, I mean, that was really good understanding from the side of the attackers. Jumped in, instantly lost a pick, said, hey, wait a minute, back off. Everybody's pulling back. We did get a call for a pause at the direct time. Somebody's dealing with some ping-related issues. So everybody's trying to get that underway, see if maybe it'll regulate down, maybe turn off some stuff in the background. You know the standards, try to make sure that you have the highest amount of ping humanly possible, so that way you can make sure you get those hits off.
The highest amount of ping, yes, correct.
The lowest amount of ping. You want the lowest amount of ping. Oh my
You want the best ping.
I want all the high ping. Bring me the 1,000 ping. I will be the best player ever. Well, actually, with favor the shooter as Overwatch is, sometimes that can be beneficial.
There was a point. There was a point in Overwatch history where having high ping was really broken. I think that was as far back as beta, but they've fixed that since then. Because it used to be like favor the shooter, so you'd have 1,000 ping and hit someone from 5 miles around a wall. It was pretty rough, but now there's a ping limit. Once you get past about 150-ish, I think it starts to get pretty rough. Anything below that is not terrible.
So I want to say we haven't seen much of this match, and naturally it's only 3 minutes and 10 seconds still remaining on the clock. But we did see some really nice play come out as the side of the attackers. They went in, realized that they didn't have the tool, like they instantly lost a member, pulled back. A lot of times teams that don't have good communication or good synergy will try to brute force it anyway and give up a lot of free ult charge in that early push. So very solid understanding. You can already start to see the synergies on teams start working together. Triple tank also does require a lot of synergy and team communication as well. I know it's very simple. It's just kind of like death ball and walk together. But specific communication on, hey, we've got a pick here with this Roadhog hook, everybody reacting together. Sure, you have the survivability, but in order to get the kills, you have to make sure that there's a lot of communication that's coming into play.
There we go, on pause. This is a dive composition, so this is going to happen fast and furious. Winston diving up top with the Genji. Jimmy John might be in trouble. He has 34 health. Oh my gosh, he actually got out. That's absolutely insane, but he runs straight into the, out of the frying pan into the fire. Gets one taken out, so there's no soldier anymore for this attacking team. Joshi dead as well, so this is another step back. Jimmy John, wow, amazing. Living with 30 health. That dive was so close to being successful.
And I have to say, if your name is going to be Road to Hokage, you need to be running the Genji. That just seems absolutely fitting.
Road to Hokage, yeah. I mean, that's definitely.
That's the way it's got to be. Everybody on the attacker side is now rallying together, trying to make sure that they have the directed approach. 2K is still doing a good job on communication. They just have to break through all of the health pool that is this triple tank comp.
Oh, look at that. Such a nice pick on Road to Hokage. No more Genji anymore for the attackers. They can't push through this. Fire down as well. Wow. So many picks right now for this defending team. Aero's team doing very well. Another hook.
Whenever you run the dive comp, if you lose people too early, that neutralizes your ability. What you want to do is you want to be the aggressors. You want to come in with fire gusto, take out the targets first. If you lose people too early, then it just absolutely neutralizes any of your chances to come in. So Gooden's playing with it. But that being said, I don't know if this dive comp's going to be holding together for too much longer. We're 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and they need to make sure that they pull the trigger. But they don't have a whole bunch of ults to work with. Really close on several, though. Road to Hokage is about to have it click over now, and that means all 3 of their DPS will have tools necessary to potentially get some kills here.
Here we go, around the back, hook on Joshi. Oh no, that was so early on. Difficult. Here we go though, Dragon Blade. Oh, gets taken out by the Visor as well. Nano Visor, so hard to deal with. Gets countered though by the Zenyatta ultimate. Jimmy John, I don't know if he can survive for long enough. He has the shield. He needs to find the shots. Takes out the tack visoring soldier. I think that takes out his ultimate as well. No, 88% still on Daddy Soup.
Still have some people hanging out in the background. There we go. Fire's finally getting taken down. 58 seconds now left. Everybody on the defenders is coming back and rallying together. This is, you can see a lot of people are on fire from the side of Aero's team. Doing a good job. Just keep leaning back into their same basic defensive strategy. A fight will break out. Everybody pulls back in. All the tanks stay right on the point. All the support squishies move up from the top, just trying to get line of sight. Here we go. This could potentially be the last push for 2K.
Oh no, the hook on the Ana. That's massive. If they get back right now, they still have time though. If they can live.
They've got to retreat. They're putting themselves in a dangerous position. You can tell that right now they're trying to figure out if they should go in, and they decide to pull the trigger in on this.
Jimmy John gets dove on. Gets back though. The Ana for the attacking team needs to get back. If they don't, it's going to be such a hard time. Joshi going to pop the Winston ultimate. Goes on the Ana. Doesn't find too much. Not enough damage on the Ana. Jimmy John on top doing terrible, terrible damage to all of these players. Zelda going down as well. Gets hooked. Oh no, one more rocket I think. Oh, very nice shot by Kui in the back. But I think this might be it. Overtime. It's all one Zenyatta versus the world. What can you do? Not too much. Winston as well stalling out. That's it. Flies. Whoa, goodbye. Winston blasting off again. Oh, we're still in here though. No, that's going to be it. So that is a full hold here on Hollywood from Team Aero. Excellently played. Triple tank defense.
Just stick to the tried and true, the bread and butter of Overwatch, which is the triple tank that we've been seeing for months. It's a very solid way to just try to stay alive. That seemed to be the sole purpose of this comp, is to try to just stay as alive as long as they can and get those early picks. That's the amount of picks that we saw coming out on the side. Team Aero, they were very, very, like almost neutralized every single push beforehand. We saw Annas get taken out. We saw DPS members get taken out. And now it's all on to 2K. They have to make sure that they hold this to make sure that if they want to try to go and push this in. Remember, if we do end up with a tie, we are going to move into a one King of the Hill round to decide who wins this. But as far as it goes with the new change-up and the new rules, the attackers only have to get to that first third, that first yellow chevron that's showing on the map, on the markers, to see who manages to get this win.
Aero is looking so strong. I think they might be able to take this. I think they might be able to. But that's the hard part of running a dive composition. So 2K's team was trying to run a hard dive composition, and when you have an inexperienced team and you don't have a long time to practice, remember these pro teams that are running those Korean dive style comps, they're literally professional. They actually are professional teams. 12-hour days they put in. They're all in the same and they still screw up every once in a while as well. They still sometimes fub the initiation. It takes so much coordination to do these sorts of dive comps. So taking these new teams and trying it out is, I mean, it's cool. Definitely try it, but it's definitely risky, and sometimes it just falls apart.
Now we're seeing a variable dive defense now coming out on the side of everybody from 2K. They are running the Winston instead of Devo or potentially Reinhardt for a little bit more standardized defensive style. It means that he's going to have the maneuverability to potentially push off and cut out some of these flankers. Now the attackers are running, again, a very strong standardized dive comp. It's going to consist of Winston, Diva, running Pharmacy in there, as well as Tracer and Lucio to polish everything off.
So these two teams, well, the defending team is definitely a little bit of a hybrid, something we don't normally see on Hollywood. Soldier goes down to 70 health. He has to coordinate a little bit. Winston dives in. He's on the Ana. Tracer's on her as well. That's terrible. Zelda goes down very early on with no Ana. This is rough. fire as well as Zenyatta goes down. The soldier, the back line is in just such disarray. There's no one there to peel for them. The Roadhog couldn't quite get back there in time, and that's going to be it very, very quickly. Finished off here by Team Aero. Such a strong performance.
Coming out, we talked about if you're going to run dive comp, it means you have to come out with fire gusto, choose a directed path, and initiate immediately, and that's exactly what we saw from them. They had target prioritization. You saw healers went down very early. It's one of the big key components of a dive comp. You want to make sure that you take out those supports, disallow the healing, because you don't want to get caught up in a long, drawn-out fight. That's not what dive specializes in. Execution was just really well done by Team Aero.
I mean, there's not much more you can ask for there. Jump in by Wepif. Great jump in. Takes out the back line. Takes out Soldier as well. There we go.
That slow trickle damage. Winston can get a lot of damage off if he's left uncontested and can get to those squishy targets. And saw
34%
really
healing
well
of Lucio. That's above average.
That is really well done. And all in all,